Alright, time for some videos. And I'm curious about this particular batch of stone I got from my friend Lawrence from Scotland. He calls this Pitchstone, Pitch. Alright. Best on Iran. It looks like obsidian. Kind of a greenish, kind of full of little pockets of ash and stuff. We'll see. If the pockets are profuse, this could get interesting. It could be difficult to nap. I got a new tool here. If I can turn it on, it makes it sharpening or pressing these tools so much faster. I love it. Okay. So, I mean, I had one before, but I hadn't had one specifically set up separately for my Flintknapping tools. Okay. Yeah, and the dust. The dust is the hazardous part. Oh well. Steel dust, aluminum dust. So I make sure that I've got ventilation as much as possible without disturbing the neighbors. They don't want to hear the clickety clack or the chipping all day long. So I close the hatch. Where is my mallet? Alright. Now this is probably going to involve some pressure flaking, which means I get to ramble. I can hear the motorcycles already. That's the thing about this area in summertime. Everyone comes out. People that you never thought would ride a motorcycle put their helmets on and go out for joyrides. Yay. Oh yes, it naps just like obsidian. Now, what should I make? Well, I don't know any. I was not aware of obsidian in Scotland. But I heard that all kinds of points are made from it, or I guess they are. Yeah, and that's just like obsidian. I could nap one of those flakes, or I can continue to thin this down. Now, does it nap like dacite or obsidian? That's the question. It naps a lot like dacite. Yeah. Now, what is dacite? Wish I knew, but when I looked it up last time, it's like a form of obsidian that has cooled differently or aged differently than normal, what they call normal obsidian, I guess. What I call normal obsidian. Yeah, this has got ash pockets just like the low quality stuff that we have here in the States. I'm not saying this is low quality, I'm just saying that if it's got pockets in it, it's not the highest quality material in general that you could be using. It's very shattery, which means it can snap in half extremely easily. What do I mean by shattery? When you hit it, let's see, these lights drive me nuts. Yeah, I got 2 lamps set up, and maybe I didn't clean the lens. I clean it like 5 times a day. Let's see. Where's my abrader? Shattery. Of course, all obsidian's like that, but if it's excessively so, that's how one of the ways you can tell just by testing a nodule if it's going to be a challenge or not. Let's see, is this translucent on the edges? Very slightly. Yeah, so if it's very slight translucency, it's more like a dacite. Alright, what are we going to do? What am I going to make? This could take a while because I don't want to mess this up. This seems to be like a big piece of this kind of stuff. Alright. Let's see. Alright. And yes, I'm going to use steel on this shattery stuff. So it can be double shattery. Right? I don't know. If it's double shattery, might not be able to do anything with it. Really? Am I going to start that again with this? What am I going to ditch the really guy? The guy that says really all the time. What am I going to ditch that guy? Probably never. Reminds me of my kids. So I used to play that joke on them all the time. I'd say something off the wall. And they would go, really? Nope. Dad. Yeah. It's just one of the joys of being a parent. Watching the reaction of the kids. Watching kids' reactions to all kinds of stuff. And of course, it gets predictable. You play little tricks. Especially when they're not expecting it. Alright. Yeah. Those are rare occasions when everyone's in a good mood. Rare occasions when you... The more people you have, the rarer the occasion is when everybody's in a good mood. I've got 6 children, so having all the children in a good mood at the same time was a very rare occurrence. But it did happen. Not saying it didn't happen. Oh yes, I can see where this is going. I don't know if you can see where it's going. You got obstructions in the background. I didn't set the focus. It's been probably zooming in and out. I spent a lot of time at the park today just taking in the scenery. It's been a while since I've seen so much green. So many green plants. I was watching a green frog sitting on the edge of a green pond in a patch, a bunch of green petals or something on the top of the water. So much green. Where I used to live in West Texas, to get that much green, you would have to go to the McDonald's that has AstroTurf instead of landscaping in the front. And you see lots of green at the McDonald's with the AstroTurf. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, in the desert areas, you don't see any green unless it's artificial green. Or The guy has a well. Like we have a well in our backyard, but for some reason the water is so bad from the well that the pumps never last more than a year or two. I don't know what it is. Yeah, we get a green lawn for about a year, and then the pump goes out. Last time I was there, the pecan trees were suffering very badly because they hadn't been watered, because our pump hasn't been working in over a year. And they get more and more expensive every time. Fewer and fewer people want to work on them. So that means the price of the labor is going up. But nobody wants to hear about that boring stuff. Boring life stuff. Alright, this is when it gets difficult. When it gets to this stage, it could break at any minute. Well, what's the rule? To finish it quick, leave it thick. That's the rule if you don't know it. If you're new to the channel, if you want to finish it quick, you leave it thick. But I'm not going to leave it thick. Nobody wants me to make a thick point. So it's not going to be quick. And on these new videos, since I've monetized the channel, if it's a long video, you get these little mid-roll ads, unless I opt out and say no mid-roll, no ads in the middle of the video, like I've been doing in my latest videos, or all the uploads since I realized that. I don't do the mid-roll ads, and I've been going back into my old videos and opting out of those mid-rolls. It's going to take me a while to go back and manually change 1,000 videos, or just a setting. Anyway, where was I going with that? There will not be mid-roll ads on this video because it's one of those that YouTube loves to advertise in. If it's a long video, that's where I was going with this. Long videos, YouTube likes them because they can put lots of ads in them. Yeah. Why did I monetize my channel? Well, YouTube actually monetized it without telling me. Oh yes. This is overshot, by the way. I'm trying to refit it so I can see how badly it overshot. Yeah, it's pretty typical. It's not any worse than any other overshot, but still. Yeah, so they monetized my channel without telling me. Basically running ads. One of my sons comes up to me one day. Dad, did you know that there's ads on your videos? I said, well, yeah, because, YouTube likes to put ads on everything. But I don't think it's got continuous ads, I don't think all my videos have ads. Just once in a while when you're on YouTube. Randomly, I guess, it'll do it. That's what I thought. Because YouTube wants your viewing experience to be filled with ads in general. That's why they're in existence now, I suppose. Anyway, he comes to Dad. You know there's ads on your videos? I said, yeah, I kind of do, because if I watch them on a different computer, if I review them on a different computer, I'll see an ad once in a while, but not all the time. And he says, no, it's all the time now. Really? Yeah. Dang it. All the time now? Yeah. I always see ads on your videos now. You mean you're watching my videos? No. I like to check just to see how you're doing. How's it going? Oh, okay. I guess they want to see if I'm going to crash and burn. Anyway, nah, that's not fair. So yeah, I monetized everything. I got my first paycheck. It's been a month. A month ago I monetized it, so I got my first little payment. I have to look at my invoice or whatever so I can see if they took anything out. Man, I've been messing up my hand. Messing up my brand new clean hands. I got blood stains all over that side. That's what happens when you work with obsidian. This is from earlier, this one up here. Anyway, I was not working with obsidian earlier. I was working with something else very sharp. Some of the Georgetown black. Very good flint. It produces extremely sharp shards. Sharp shards. Anyway, I monetized my channel. Got my little paycheck. I'm going, you know what? What would happen if I made like twice as many videos? I'd get twice as much money. And then if I made 4 times as many videos, I can make 4 times that money. This is starting to look kind of good. But then I got a few complaints like, you know, these ads are pretty, how should I say annoying without saying annoying? These ads are getting very annoying. Yeah, I know. I hate ads. Hate them, hate them, hate them. Hate them. That's why I got YouTube Red or whatever they call it. YouTube Premium or whatever the deal is. It's one of the few subscriptions I pay for because I don't like paying for subscriptions or memberships unless I am really using it. Which reminds me, I gotta figure out how to get, maybe you guys know how to do this, but I have to figure out why they're charging me for Spotify. I got a Spotify subscription and I don't even know my username and password, so I never get to use the one I pay for. I always have to log in as a guest or whatever. Free. And I get the ads. And I'm paying for it. I get a little subscription bill every month for freaking Spotify. I cannot figure out what my username and password is because they keep asking me for information I don't know. I don't know the email associated with my account. I don't know it, dudes, and they won't tell me. There's no click for the email that is associated for your account. I don't think there's a button for that. There's a button for click if you don't know your username and click if you don't know your password. So why don't I just do that? Just log in. Well, one of the things is, in order to log in, you got to know your email associated with your account. Pretty sure that's what the obstacle was. Even though they give me the username or whatever. Well, they don't give me the username until I tell them the email associated with my account. Then they'll email me the username. Well, I don't freaking know the dang email, the darn email. Okay? So, yeah. I don't like subscriptions. I don't like ads. I don't like all this stuff on the internet that wasn't there when it first appeared. Everything was basically free. Content was free. If you got ads, they were slow. They had art that would, graphics that would load slowly. So they didn't really go all out with the ads. They were just simple things. Simple stuff. If they had ads. Or they would spam you in your email. Anyway. What am I going to do with this? Well, I could say it's done. It's a leaf shape point. Yeah, leaf shape point. Cool, huh? Out of Scottish obsidian or pitchstone, whatever it is. Is it a volcanic? I mean, is it natural, or is it some sort of industrial process slag or something? I think it's natural. Yeah. So if I wanted to make something native to the area or appropriate for the area, you're out of luck because I didn't look it up before I started. One item of prep seems to take forever because I start looking it up and I get distracted. I start looking up other stuff. By the time I get around to actually doing the research on whatever I'm supposed to be doing research on, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours has passed. So I was looking at other stuff. So I just, when I'm doing a video or when I'm planning on doing videos, I don't do any research because I want the video to be, hour and a half tops of my time, not 3.5 hours plus an hour and a half. So the quality suffers. Yeah, man, quality suffers anyway. Don't worry about it. You get no good quality stuff, man. Yeah, that's probably why, because I don't spend much time. No, it's not that. It's the subject material you go over. You just go over irrelevant things, man. Irrelevant. Steel's irrelevant. Some people don't like it when I make that voice and make fun of myself or whatever. You know what I say? Oh well. Alright, so pressure flaking this stuff is a straightforward, very careful pressure flaking with a material that you cannot see what's going on. Life is good. Yeah, you can't see what I'm doing. You don't know where I'm putting the pressure flaker. You're kind of watching this video, but kind of like drinking your tea, stirring the ice, maybe spiking a little bit, relaxing, living vicariously, thinking to yourself, now this is how you flintnap. Yeah, just watch the other guy do it. Watch the other guy do it. That's how you flintnap. Yeah. I don't care. I don't care if I can't see where he's putting the flaker. I can't tell how much pressure he's putting on. I don't even know if this is real pitchstone from Scotland. And I don't care. Because this is the life. This is how you flintnap. You just watch the other guy. Yep. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, you want to see me do perfect ribbon flaking on this. I know you do. Perfect ribbon flaking. Well, sorry to say that I'm not a flake over grind guy, and I'm not a ribbon flaking kind of guy. Nope. Why? Well, there's other content that you can get that from. You can watch other people do ribbon flaking. You can watch them with their better camera setup and their better background noises and their narration and their fancy moves and their fancy pads and their fancy flakers. So why should I bother with that stuff? I'm going to do the random stuff. I'm going to do the expedient stuff. I'm going to do the way that I've always been trying to teach the new guys how to do it. Just do it. Just Get in there, start flaking. Yeah, it's going to be messy. Yes, I know I've done this for a long time and it's still kind of messy. I really don't sweat the details that much. And I seem to be doing okay. But yeah, I think about those things because I want to up my game a little bit. Oh yes. It all comes back to what I started the video with. What do I do to increase the views, increase the numbers of videos? If I'm going to increase the number of videos and the number of views, I have to make sure I don't spend a lot of time in prep, but yet produce content that is difficult to produce, that probably requires some very involved preparation. So there's a conundrum. You can look it up. Yeah, conundrum. What do I do? It's getting to the point where Flintknapping used to be something that I would do to make myself, or to something I could do that made me feel like I was being productive. Now it's kind of interfering with things. The more time I spend actually Flintknapping, the less time I can do research or draw, practice drawing, or look at nature, look at all the green stuff, go fishing, go traveling. Yeah, I'm just sitting here Flintknapping. Now, if I liked Flintknapping a lot, I mean a lot, it wouldn't be too bad, right? The thing is, Flintknapping for me has always been secondary. I know maybe you don't like to hear that, or some people go, I don't want to hear that. Yeah, Flintknapping's always been secondary. It's just part of the primitive skill set. But since so many people have trouble with it, and so many people like to be entertained by it, and so many people search for it, that I started just doing a lot more of it. But not in a good way. Kind of in a random, piecemeal. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do the natural tools, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do the metals because other people say the metals don't work, or they're not good, or they're wrong. Oh, I like doing that. It's distracting. You know, it distracts me from the fact that this is really just a secondary skill that I think is useful, right? It's distracting me from getting bored when I can use tools that no one else is using. You know, it's kind of good. Breaks up the boredom. Makes the comment section spicy. Spices up the comment section. People ask interesting questions. You know, the longer you do this, the more interesting the questions get. Because people, you know, that have watched your videos are progressing to the stage where they're becoming even better than I am. Imagine that. And they go, well, I've encountered something that maybe you can help me with. Maybe. Yeah, well, if I can, I will try to. And yeah, I guess to the point where I can't help them anymore. They've gone past where I'm going, or where I am. Anyway, this is what I've got so far after 30 minutes of working with this and talking at the same time. Trying to be careful not to break this pitchstone because it's very delicate. It's extremely delicate. Let's see. Do I have my calipers? Please tell me I've got my calipers. Because if I don't, I won't be able to do the ratio. Where's the calipers? Stretch. Reach. Okay, there we go. I didn't really have to reach for those. They were right beside me in the box. All right, so here we go. Width to thickness in millimeters for you Scottish guys. Let's see. 30 millimeters, a little bit over. Thickest is 7. Yes, 7. So what is that, 4 to 1? A little bit better than 4 to 1, between 4 to 1 and 5 to 1. Let's see. 30. Yeah. By 7. Well, 6. If I, yeah, it's in between 6 and 7. So 5, between 4 and 5 to 1 ratio to be safe. Now I'm probably going thinner in the next segment, but to be safe, that's where I would be. I'd stick right there with that. Not too difficult. All right, next segment.